extend first a big congratulations. You are the Libertarian Party's presidential nominee. This was decided at a convention last week. So talk to us about that experience.
Well, it was a very long day in the convention hall. It was 11 hours, I believe, of voting. And after the seventh round, we came out on top, formed a unity ticket with our running mate, Mike, doing media and preparing our volunteers to do the great work of neighborhoods across America via door knocking, text banking, and phone banking. And we're really ready to energize our party and move forward into the general election season.
So let's talk about your running mate, Mike Tremont. What made you decide to have him on the ticket there? What's he bringing?
Well, I think the things that Mike brings to the table is certainly a level of experience that being a 38, 39 on election day, I just don't have, because, he's worked in the first Bush White House and the OMB. He's been an economist who has taught, libertarian economics to students and lectured. And then also, as a police accountability activist, it's kind of like the odd couple having someone who has been a police officer for 10 years on your ticket. But the truth is we're very much, I just think Mike gets to speak that to audiences that maybe wouldn't be receptive to hearing it from an activist, but hearing it from somebody who's actually been on the beat, he complements that message quite well.
I want to talk about age. Since you brought it up, you're 38 years old now. You will be 39 on election day. The two leaders, the two likely nominees of the major parties right now are 77 and 81. So how do you think age is playing into this election?
Well, I think if you look at the response to my nomination, particularly amongst Gen Z, it's already kind of gone viral. I was asked by a reporter kind of in jest of like, what would you do if, the gun to your head picked Biden or Trump? And when I said, well, the gun would go off. That clip has now been shared almost 30 million times. It's been viewed on TikTok. It's been liked like 4 million times. 16,000 people, I believe, have used that sound in their own TikTok. So it's really hitting Gen Zers very hard right now. And I think, the age is very, something having to do with that.
I want to talk about that viral moment because I first heard it on a video with just the sound, and then I found out it was you. And like you said, a reporter said, gun to your head, who are you picking, Trump or Biden? And you said the gun would go off. And obviously that answer, you're not mincing words. So can you explain that answer, elaborate on it for us?
Yeah, just to me and to many system, they see from Republicans and Democrats two wings of the same bird that they just don't want to be a part of. They see increased debt and deficit spending. They see increased polarization and hyper-partisanship. They see increased use of the warfare state around the world. They see decreased accountability from government via our legislature, who seems to be asleep at the wheel, giving the executive branch more and more power. And so I think there are voters across America who just see complete dissatisfaction with those two choices, and left to their own devices, they honestly say, wow, the world looks pretty terrible with that being our choices. So I'm happy to be a third choice in the debate, and a choice that many voters can feel satisfied with based on our policy and positions.
What do you think the larger message here is that it went so viral? It's going viral with younger users, Gen Z social media users. What's the implication here for this election?
Well, I think the implication is that you're going to see lots of young voters looking for options outside of the two-party system. And the reason for that is younger voices and younger voters, they want an air of authenticity, and they want somebody they can relate to. And they just don't relate to people who have been in politics for 50 years or people who are billionaires, part of the billion, like Donald Trump. They see somebody who looks closer to their age. I'm certainly not in my 20s, but also somebody who's had the life experience of, having to live paycheck to paycheck, seeing the impact of inflation upon our lives. And I think with that authenticity, it's going to pull a lot of voters into our camp.